hard, but today is going to be a fun video. I've been watching a lot of videos, even though I haven't been posting a lot of videos. I'm doing a little research because I have wanted to do kind of like TikTok trend makeup video for quite a while, and trends that might actually work for the 45 plus working gal, which is me and probably you. So if you're interested in seeing what those makeup trends are and a little makeup fun today, then please continue to watch this video. I'm gonna start off just the regular. Just wanted to let you know that the only thing that I have on my face besides a little bit of brow pencil, did I even do my brows correctly today, is just my skincare. So I'm gonna start off, nothing new here, just by prepping, you know, the first makeup trend. And I just want to kind of secure the pore situation by using my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which I absolutely love. And just kind of hitting those areas where I kind of have larger pores. And you know your face, so whatever putty primer or primer you use, you can just kind of very selectively put it on that area and just sort of work it in. I have a little bit of lip balm. Mine is just like regular chapstick. It's like a minty chapstick. That's all. So anyways, that's all I have. I can't believe, you guys, when I see my hair in this 4K iPhone situation, it's like getting so gray. It's crazy. Oh well, that's his life. Okay, so the first makeup trend that we're gonna do, it's called the underpainting. And it's exactly like how it sounds. So underpainting is basically you're going to do your contour, your blush, your highlight. You're all going to do that on your face before you put your foundation on. So let's get into that. Hair back a little bit there. NYX Wonder Stick. I've talked about it before. And it's a cream contour. This is the old version. They have a couple of new versions now. The old version side this is like the highlighter side. Like, is that even a highlighter? It's not. It just looks like a brightening stick, so I don't use it. But the contour side, as you can see, is well loved. And what I like about it is it just has the right sort of undertone for my skin. So I really enjoy that to kind of warm up. And so let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the usual contour, just kind of like by the temples, following below that cheekbone. And then I'm going to do what they've been doing on TikTok, which is kind of bringing it down. So they're kind of following the sort of natural, sort of like bony structures under the face, bringing it down like that. I know it just looks really weird. I'm going to do a little jaw contour because let's face it, everybody over the age of 45 could do with a little jaw contour. And then I'm just going to do some contouring here on my forehead and a tiny little bit in the nose region, like so. Good. So that's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to just softly buff that out. So I'm just going to take my little stipple brush from MAC, and I'm just going to, now this is not a lesson on how to do contouring. This is just, you know, it's just me applying, you know, my contour. And the reason I'm bringing it down is that's kind of a TikTok trend right now. Anyways, it just gives that sort of like chiseled look, but also helps to kind of make you look more hollowed out here, like you've had some of your cheek fat removed, which we've seen a trend of with some of the more popular models, shall we say, like Bella Hadid. Okay, and then the same on this side. So from temple, oops, I didn't make the connection, so I'm just going to softly stipple that in and then follow it down just to kind of give that nice kind of like upside down L shape where it just kind of gives you chiseled cheeks. And the chin, just to kind of give a little sort of shadow there. And then, of course, by the temples, just to kind of shorten out that skyscraper forehead of mine. Just, I have a fairly straight bridge, but I do like to reduce the bulbous portion of my nose, which is just down below, and kind of like just put a little bit of shading at the nose there. I don't know. I just find that for me, having done it, it really sort of helps to just kind of define my nose a little bit more. I think that looks a little bit better. You can already see just by bringing it down for me, that really sort of hollows out this portion here. And some people don't need the hollowing out because just through natural gravity, we lose volume in our face anyways. So if you don't have roundness right here, then don't do that. Then maybe apply highlighter. Okay, so we're still doing the under painting technique. So I'm going to use my Selena Gomez A Rare Beauty. This is in the color Bliss. And this is just a beautiful liquid blush. So we're just going to apply 3 dots like so. It's just so pretty. It's like that perfect, to me, peachy pink. And sadly, I think my my Rare Beauty is starting to dry up, but 3 is a lot. It's quite a pigmented. I'm just going to put a little there on my nose. I like to do actually a little, I know it seems strange, I like to do a little sort of blush there. So I'm going to do that, and now we're just going to brush that out as well. So again, stipple brush. I'm just going to go right on top of my contour, and I'm just softening out that blush. I love to do this blush on the nose. That is definitely a trend for 2022, 2023. I also saw this really cool makeup technique called the Crying Girl. It was a bit much for me, and being that I'm over 45, it looks really cute on the 20-year-olds, but that whole sort of like fresh blush on the nose, it just really kind of suits everybody and every age. So I really, really like that. Okay, and then to finish the underpainting under part, we're also going to do a little highlighter. My cream highlighter, Merit. This is the Day Glow, and this is in the color Cava. And I'm literally going to just apply that where I would sort of like kiss of like reflective light without screaming like you actually have highlighter on, which is just so nice. So I do a little on the chin, little there. I used to do tip of the nose. I definitely don't do tip of the nose now. So there you go. So that is the contour, the blush, and the highlight that you're going to do for the underpainting technique. And now let's get into the second portion, which is the foundation. Okay, you guys, so now we're on to the actual painting, if you will. So because I am running out of my most favorite Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in the color 1Y04, I'm going to use a little bit of it, and then I'm going to use the bulk of it, which is the True Skin, their Hydrating Foundation Hyaluronic Long Wear. The only reason I don't go for this, because this used to be my standalone, is just because this is just such the perfect foundation for me. So I'm going to mix what's left of this with a little of this. So I'm just going to put that on the back of my hand. Now there is a technique as well where you can shear out your actual foundation with your facial serums, which I think is actually a brilliant way to give you that flawless look. However, I am not really, I don't need to shear it out because this HD foundation, to me, it just kind of looks like a second skin. So I am just putting the two together, and then I'm just going to blot that all over my face like so. Yeah, where I would normally put it. And then we're going to just buff it out. And so I'm just using my Morphe, what is it, the 439 foundation brush, and I am just literally now doing the painting. So that's why we call this technique the underpainting, because all of your foundation and blush that you're laying the foundation on is under the foundation, which is just not intuitive. It's just not the way we normally apply our makeup. So not sure. So let's just get this and then we shall see. So actually, yeah, I like it. Okay, so that is the underpainting technique, with the idea that as you continue with your makeup, that this will give you just that kind of like flawless makeup look, but where you have some actual color and contouring coming through. So I think I can still see a little bit of the contouring. I definitely can see shadow here. I don't see much of the blush. That's okay, because that's going to be another technique we're going to apply or try on this video. And I do still see a little bit of the contour on the nose, maybe more on the bridge than I do on the tip. But I'm not hating on the idea that it just gives you this very, I don't know, very second skin kind of flawless look. I like the idea of it. I don't think... I do see a little highlight peeking through there. So let's do technique number 2, which is actually strategic concealing. And I think many of us have been doing this without even knowing there was a name to it. But, you know, back in the day when we were all on YouTube and everybody was slapping on concealer like a big triangle under your eyes. No, no, no. And if you were in the 45 plus anyways, you knew that was a no-no. So we're going to do a Tik Tok technique number 2, which is strategic concealing. So I am just going to now, it's not so much darkness, a little bit here on the inside, but it's more kind of like this bag area here. So we're just going to strategically put a dot here, here, and here. So I am using the extra creamy Shape Tape. I thought I'd give that a try. It was just great. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little bit in the bridge, a little bit here to brighten. I'm going to get a little under the nose because of veins, and just here. Okay, so that's your strategic concealing. And if you're looking for more full coverage in the eyes, then you definitely want to, you know, blend that last. And I'm just going to blend the corners of my mouth here. So that looks good. If there's any shadowing or kind of pulling down of the marionette lines. So you could even brush it up like that because it just gives a nice little sort of lift to the mouth that I'm going to do right here by the nostrils. Good. Gonna do the center of the brows here, and just the whole time just tapping it out. Color too much down. Okay, and then for the eyes, I really do like to use my ring finger because I just find that it just doesn't leave any creasing, and it just kind of warms up the product, and I can really lay it right into the inner corner here and just have it be completely smooth, because I will set the rest of my face with a little bit of powder, but I won't be setting my eyes. I just don't put powder near my eyes. So just gonna drag that out there. So you can see really just tiny little bit, and how very, you know, effective right here. This is looking great. Wow, really like the look of that. I'm going to do this little setting powder right here. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It. This little brush right here. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to taking the end and just tapping and kind of really pressing into the actual skin and the nose. But I am not going near the eyes. Don't want to go near the eyes. I don't want to touch the eyes. I think that looks really good. All right, you guys, that looks good. I like the whole idea of that. I've been kind of doing strategic concealing, if you will, anyways, for a while, just because less is more. Okay, so the next makeup technique that I seen on TikTok, and that I saw this YouTuber that I just love do, is the blush layering to enhance that underpainting. So remember, I took the Selena Gomez Rare Beauty in the color Bliss. Now I'm just going to take this random one because it's really pigmented. It is a Violet Voss, and it is a Make Me Blush. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag. As you can see, it's very pink. And I'm going to take a contoured, why do all my brushes look dirty? But I'm going to take this contoured, look, there's dirt there, blush brush, and I'm just going to pick up some, as you can see, very pigmented. And again, starting kind of at the temple and just kind of dotting down very, very, very lightly. And you will see immediately, not only does it lay down the color, but it is really just bringing forward that underpainting of a blush that was already there. Like, it just immediately brings it to life, which I just think is just so pretty. And then doing the same over here. So from temple, just kind of, and just being very, very careful, because the moment you're laying that color down, it is getting like this. I mean, this Violet Voss, I don't know how anybody didn't talk about it. It is so pigmented. Like, look at that. Wow. And then, of course, for the cool girl vibe, you gotta hit the bottom of the nose with that blush, because it just looks so youthful. It's so, so pretty. It just has that whole après-ski vibe, which is really, really, really pretty. And like I said, I like to just do just slightly above the brow. I like to kind of frame that area. Now, in this case, you can see kind of this side. It's just a little too bright for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that flat kabuki brush with my setting powder, and I'm going to subdue that a little. So I'm just taking that down, and that's easily done with any pigmented, you know, face product you have. If you just take it down with some setting powder, you could use pressed like I am, or you could just use loose, and really just sort of getting it down into there like that. Wow, you guys, I absolutely love, love, love that. Okay, that's beautiful. All right, here is another one that I'm going to do, and this is kind of for that uplifting, kind of snatched, smoky eye that makes it really easy. So what you want to do is just take your favorite bronzer. So in this case, my favorite go-to bronzer as of late is this Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, and this is in the color Birthday Suit. So there it is there, and the smell of it is amazing. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to take a flat eyeshadow brush like this. So this is a Morphe, just flat detailing brush, and I'm going to take some of my bronzer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create contour for my eyes in an uplifting way, so that I'm immediately lifting the eyes, and I'm also creating contour for it. So I'm going to take it and following my lower lash line, and I'm going to just take it on the bottom third, and then I'm just going to take my mirror down, and I'm going to follow that lash line. So I'm following the lash line. You can see there, you could certainly use a darker product if you wanted. Very difficult with hooded eyes, but it does actually help. It really does. You have to trust the process. So you're just following the lower lash, and then you're kind of like getting to this side, and then just flick. You can even just give it a flick. You just want to take that bronzer that you used, and you just want to kind of just take it all over the lid. So right from where you flicked, and then just kind of like just bring it sort of just under the orbital bone, and you don't have to cover the entire lid, just kind of like that area here, and then just kind of like nice and blended. Take it on the lid, and then do the same on this side. And you could certainly, if you like cooler tones, you could certainly do this with like your favorite chocolate brown, medium brown eyeshadow. You could do that, no problem. And now, shiniest, brightest eyeshadow. And I gotta put that on my finger. Sorry, because I love to use a shimmer on my finger. Gonna warm that up, and then I'm just gonna dab it right in the center and right to the corners of the eyes. And you just get this such a pretty, do you see that? You get such a pretty lay of color. And then you can take a little bit more right in the center and just kind of hit it like that. And you get the prettiest, prettiest, prettiest kind of look about your eyes like that. And while you have your brush with a little bit of that bronzer, you may as well just hit the bottom of your lip to create a little bit of that shadow right here. If you haven't seen like how to get big, luscious, juicy lips, I did a video about that using a similar technique, or you're creating that shadow, and I will certainly link it in this video. And then just do the same for the upper lip right here. Good. Let's get to the eyelash technique, which isn't really anything revolutionary. It's just in the way you apply your actual makeup. So for this, you just take your curlers. So if you don't like to see, or you're traumatized by people curling your lashes, look away. I just want to just take this Revlon and just give my lashes right at the base just a little bit of a hit. And the same on this side. Good. And then what you want to do is where you would normally just take your mascara, and in this case I'm using Maybelline's Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect, and you would, you know, usually coat your lashes. Don't coat your lashes. Just hit the ends of your lashes, the tips of your lashes. So you've curled them. Now you just want to hit just the ends of them. So looking up, just hit the ends of them, and immediately you will get this beautiful an eye-opening effect without weighing down your actual lashes, which I think is brilliant. Sweeping through, just trying to hit the ends like so. All right, got that down. So there is another TikTok technique, which I think is really, really, really a great technique. What a great way to just add a little bit more length and not weigh those lashes down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my bottom lashes, which is another TikTok technique I'd seen. It's the doll lashes. And just be very careful to just hopefully not have it all over my eyes, just like so. So I'm just trying to like just coat the lashes there, like so. Okay, but I'm gonna take my false eyelash tweezer, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna concentrate, but I'm going to start clumping some of my lashes, and that creates like a doll effect. Okay, so here we go, just at the bottom. I'm trying not to get it all smudged, and I just go underneath and I just crimp a few together, just like that. But with this tool specifically, it's so easy because you can kind of almost butt it right up against and just grab a couple of lashes, clump them together. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Okay, so for the lips now, I'm just following with my regular just to finish off the look. I'm just following with this Mario lip, yeah, and I'm just gonna create the border, and I'm just gonna go up, and of course a little exaggerated, tiny bit. Good, which I love. And by the way, all the products that I use will be listed down below, like so. And I'm gonna hit that with a little lip oil, because I do love that kind of juicy lips in the middle, just like this. Just in the middle, like that. And let's lock this baby down. Let's spray her down. Is the finished look. I hope you guys really liked it. I thought this was really fun. It certainly is. I like the underpainting idea. I like the technique with the blush laying. I thought that was really good. I really like the technique with the lashes, just doing the ends after you curl them to make sure you're not weighing them down. And I think I could get on board with a little bit of this. I got a little bit of mascara there. Pretty, I think. What do you guys think? I thought that it was just a nice finish to the makeup, and it does look flawless, and it doesn't look overdone. It looks quite natural. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see you guys all on my next video. I hope that you're all keeping well. I've been watching all your videos and I've been enjoying them. And now I've got to get to posting all my comments. Take care. Bye for now. Have a great week.